A lot of folks are asking right now, what's my home even worth these days? Today, we're going to cover how to really determine your home's value. We'll cover why some homes sell fast and others sit for weeks and months. Hint, it is not installing bird feeders. But what buyers will pay extra for and some simple mistakes that can be easily avoided. Maybe you've been in your place for 15 or 20 years. Maybe you bought it during the boom. Maybe you've seen prices skyrocket around you and you're wondering if it's time to cash in. Here's the thing. You can look online, punch in your address, and see some big fancy number pop up, but that is not the real story. Because behind those online estimates, they're usually all off by a lot. Remember, the A in Zillow stands for accuracy. They don't know your new roof. They don't know you upgraded the kitchen. They don't know how rare your lot is, or that your neighbor's place sat empty for months. They don't see what I see. When I look at your house, I'm looking at the real comps. I'm looking at buyer psychology. I'm looking at what's selling fast and what's sitting and why. And I will tell you the truth, whether it's time to list now or whether you wait a few months and make a few smart changes that'll add 30 grand to your bottom line. I'll walk you through it. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to guess. If you're curious, let's talk. Check out the QR code below to get an instant home evaluation. We can always fine-tune it later. Here's something I see all the time, and it catches folks off guard. Two homes, same street, similar square footage. One sells in a weekend, the other sits for over a month and ends up dropping the price. What gives? It's not the economy, it's not luck, it's not even just price. It's preparation, it's timing, it's understanding how buyers are making decisions in this market right now. See, when your home goes live on the MLS, that first weekend is everything. That's your prime time. That's when the serious pre-approved buyers are out there watching the listings like a hawk, ready to move on something that feels just right. And that's the key. It has to feel just right. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be clean, neutral, and inviting. I'm talking about walking into a home and feeling like you could just move in without touching a thing. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't about putting granite countertops or tearing out walls. You do not need a remodel. What you need is a game plan, the right pricing strategy, a few light touch-ups, good photos, maybe a little help with decluttering or curb appeal. And here's where it really matters, because this isn't just about selling. This is about keeping your equity, walking away with every dollar you've earned after years, sometimes decades, of paying into that house. When sellers skip this step, when they just throw the house online with some cell phone photos and a let's see what happens mindset, here's what actually happens. It sits, it gets overlooked, and then it gets price cuts. Then you get offers from investors trying to lowball you, and suddenly you're walking away with way less than you deserve. And I don't want that for you. You've got options, you've got leverage, but only if you understand how to position your home the right way from day one. That is exactly what I help people do. We walk through it together. I will tell you what buyers are responding to right now in places like Lake Mary, Altamonte Springs, Deltona, DeLand, all across Central Florida. What's working, what's not, and what'll give you the best return for the least amount of effort. We even put a bunch of these strategies into the Sunshine State Handbook. You can grab it whenever you want. Just a free guide we put together for folks who like to dig in before making a move. Just check out the QR code below to get your copy for free. The bottom line is this: when you prep right, price right, and launch with a plan, you don't just sell, you win. And up next, I'll show you exactly what buyers are paying a premium for right now. Small stuff, smart stuff, and it could mean an extra $25,000 in your pocket. Let's talk dollars and cents. Right now, buyers are still willing to spend good money, but only if they feel like your home is the one. And that feeling starts the first 10 seconds. I'm seeing buyers walk into homes and immediately decide if it's worth full price or if they're going to make a low ball offer. So what's tipping the scale? Fresh paint, clean landscaping, neutral colors, good lighting. You don't need a full remodel. You need a refresh. Updated kitchens and bathrooms are still king. Energy efficiency, huge bonus. But don't think adding solar is going to help. It doesn't. The solar guys are selling you a bill of goods. Even simple things like modern fixtures or clean grout are getting homes sold faster and higher. And here's the wild part. Homes with great curb appeal are selling for 7 to 10% more on average. That's thousands of dollars for a couple of hours with a pressure washer and a fresh coat of paint. These are the kind of things I help my clients look at before they even list. Because a little bit of prep now, it can mean a lot more money later. We even cover some of these tips inside the Sunshine State Handbook, just in case you're the type that likes to go step by step. Next up, I'll share with you what you should never do before selling and the 3 mistakes I see smart sellers make all the time. All right, you've stuck with me this far. Here's the part I really don't want you to miss. Even smart, well-meaning sellers will make these mistakes, and it costs them thousands. Mistake number 1, listing too high just to see what happens. I'll tell you what happens. The home sits. And when it sits, buyers assume something's wrong, even if nothing is. Mistake number 2, skipping the prep work. A clean house with great photos brings in more buyers. More buyers means more offers. More offers means more money. Better to take an extra few days or a week to deep clean, declutter, and remove unneeded items than to just get it out there. And mistake number 3, waiting too long to ask for help or thinking, I know what I'm doing. I've sold houses before. You don't need to know everything. You just need someone who does. Look, I've walked this road with a lot of families. Some are downsizing, some are moving closer to grandkids, some just want a change of pace. Whatever the reason, when it's time, it's time. So if you're even thinking about selling, let's have a real conversation. We'll talk about timing, value, strategy. No pressure, no nonsense. And if you want to do some reading first, grab the Sunshine State Handbook. It's free and it's loaded with that kind of information most agents don't take the time to explain. But when you're ready, I'm ready. Let's find out what your home is really worth and make your next move the right one. I'd love to help you. Call me anytime. Email me. I answer every call, text, and email myself. I'm still Tom McNamara, and this has been the Florida Real Estate Insider. Let's do this together. See you in the next one.